Where did the attack on Pearl Harbor take place?
Japan.
Japan?
Yeah.
So, was it the United States that bombed Pearl Harbor?
Yes.
In Japan. And that's what made the Japanese enter World War II.
I feel like I'm getting rage baited. Like, I don't... Yeah?
How much is a quarter of an hour?
25. Oh, wait, no. I feel put on the spot. It would be 25 minutes, right?
If you were born 10 years ago, how old would you be today?
8.
What decade was World War I?
1812 to 1814.
Who can name 3 Kardashians?
Kim Kardashian, Kourtney Kardashian, Khloe Kardashian.
I don't like to talk. I like to do action. Oh, yeah? And this is a whole lot of talking.
Interesting.
I'm trying to get to the action.
I hear you talking about action, but you ain't did and I'm telling you that I ain't trying to do that.
I'm tired of talking. We can get to the action. As long as you give me some bread and take care of me like everybody else does. My toes, my hair, my nails, everything. Eyelashes, lips, money. Go ahead. You take care of that.
So you only willing to give me action if I do that? That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
Interesting. Come over here real quick. What you looking at me like that for?
Because I'm confused why we're not on the way to the action.
I just feel like I don't know, I feel like you look good. I want to take a picture of you, like in front of the whip.
You want to take a picture of me in front of the whip?
Yeah.
You have some money for me?
I got a couple dollars for you.
You got a couple dollars?
Yeah.
Make it a couple more.
Alright, cool. Come over here. Up, bro. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm starting to listen to y'all in these comments.
Why is it considered romantic for a man to serve, but oppressive for a woman to serve?
You know, I actually really disagree with that. I don't think it's oppressive, but I think there's a lot of brainwash going on. I'm just going to say it straight out like that.
Like I said, it's a system set up by men. Women weren't allowed to serve, so now it just seems oppressive if we do. The roles are just weird to switch.
How do modern women respond if you ask them to make you a sandwich?
They'd respond negatively, but it's just a negative term coined by men meant to antagonize women.
You know how many balls, and I hate this term and I hate this word, and they're going to make me pay for saying the word, but you know how many balls we run across now? Everybody on the internet, I'm a boss, I'm a baddie, I'm a boss, I'm this. I've never seen a boss beg. Have you, Street Talk?
I've never seen a boss ask nobody for nothing, but most bosses tell you how they a boss, but they want a nigga to pay for their
That's $5 as well. Anyway,
you in like
they're
15.
begging. They're begging.
Man, this is the Nothing But the Truth live podcast.
I've seen a lot of videos of women in their 30s and 40s.
I am so glad I did not have to be the one to say this. Viewer discretion is advised.
Exclaiming that men in their 20s are trying to date them. No, they're not. They are trying to hook up with you. And before you try to convince yourself that you're okay with that, are you really? Or are you just brainwashed into believing that promiscuity is empowering?
Now, that is a concept I can get behind wholeheartedly because I've been saying this for a while now. Anytime I've ever come across a woman that's older and like, oh, the young boys love me. No, they don't. They just want to crack. And as a young man that's been a younger man, I knew what it was like to be like, bro, I got that 30-year-old, she fucking with me. Not because I actually wanted to be with her. It was more so like a rite of passage, like I was becoming a man and unlocking a certain space or a level in my life where I was 25 years old with a 35, 37-year-old woman. And for the ladies that actually believe these young boys really want to be with you, just think about it for one split second. What true accomplishment is there for you to attract young men? Truly. Because I got all these standards for men in your age group. Y'all got all these standards for men in your age group. And I'm sure them 20-year-olds are not meeting the standard. So what is the true accomplishment here? What makes you at 30 plus, maybe even 40 plus, some of y'all even 50 plus, say that, oh, the young boys love me. So what? They want to crack. If you look good enough, what man in his right mind wouldn't? Not to mention some of y'all be grooming those young boys, but you know what? That's a different conversation for a different time. But y'all catch my drift. Ladies, them young boys do not want to be with you. And it is not a flex to say that they actually want to sleep with you. It's actually very regular. Y'all keep the change.
I don't think there are a lot of husbands that are in the loud collective.
What do you mean the loud?
I think the loud collective are the women that are sleazily dressed, that are drinking too much, that where people are used to being super promiscuous, where people are going out every weekend, where men are just throwing money and wasting money, or they're not dating at all, or they wish they could be dating. I think that's the loud collective. That's the majority of what people see, but that's not the majority of the truth. The collective is loud, that's out there. But I think the majority of good husbands aren't necessarily screaming how great being a husband is.
So, but I mean, you see it in the tabloids all the time. Like Arthur was just going viral for literally walking out in a laced robe that had fur that just covered her thighs.
Right.
And she's goals for a lot of people.
She's the loud collective, which is actually the minority that they're treating like it's the majority. And because that's what they continue to put in our face, now that's why she's goals for people. But what man is in line to wife that woman?
Yeah, she definitely not married.
Right.
She been baby mama a couple times.
That's what I'm saying. So you gotta think about when you think of somebody as a goal, what part of it is it that's the goal? Is it that they have the status? Is it the beauty? Is it the clothing? Or is it actually the life that they have? Because obviously in the love department, and I don't know her, and this is no disrespect or jabs at her. I didn't even know she had kids because I don't really think what is she saying?
She doesn't sing. She's a Instagram model.
She's a model. So this model obviously is struggling inside of the love department, right? And the truth is that a man will baby mama you, a man will smash you, a man will take everything that you're willing to give. But that doesn't mean that he respects you, and it doesn't mean that he values you. And if you are the woman that's putting yourself out there like you just want to be taken for the night or the month or, the year, then that's exactly what you'll get. I don't think there are a lot of husbands that are in the loud collective.
What do you mean the loud?
I think the loud collective are the women that are sleazily dressed, that are drinking too much, that where people are used to being super promiscuous, where people are going out every weekend, where men are just throwing money and wasting money, or they're not dating at all, or they wish they could be dating. I think that's the loud collective. That's the majority of what people see, but that's not the majority of the truth. The collective is loud, that's out there. But I think the majority of good husbands aren't necessarily screaming how great being a husband is.
So, but I mean, you see it in the tabloids all the time. Like Arthur was just going viral for literally walking out in a laced robe that had fur that just covered her thighs.
Right.
And she's goals for a lot of people.
She's the loud collective, which is actually the minority that they're treating like it's the majority. And because that's what they continue to put in our face, now that's why she's goals for people. But what man is in line to wife that woman?
Yeah, she definitely not married.
Right.
She been baby mama a couple times.
That's what I'm saying. So you gotta think about when you think of somebody as a goal, what part of it is it that's the goal? Is it that they have the status? Is it the beauty? Is it the clothing? Or is it actually the life that they have? Because obviously in the love department, and I don't know her, and this is no disrespect or jabs at her. I didn't even know she had kids because I don't really think what is she saying?
She doesn't sing. She's a Instagram model.
She's a model. So this model obviously is struggling inside of the love department, right? And the truth is that a man will baby mama you, a man will smash you, a man will take everything that you're willing to give. But that doesn't mean that he respects you, and it doesn't mean that he values you. And if you are the woman that's putting yourself out there like you just want to be taken for the night or the month or, the year, then that's exactly what you'll get.
My mama married a man that provided for her kids, his kids, came home, still cooked, still clean. He cooked more than my mama did.
Your mama married a sucker. And I mean that with all due disrespect. Why can't the men act like they used to? Because we learned from them. They went bald and they looked terrible. Y'all in the comment section, my stepdaddy was great. My stepdaddy was great. I'm sure he was. To you, were y'all great to him? He don't care. Cause back then they thought of it as a badge of honor to step up for somebody else's baby. And what did these men get for their efforts? Just a feeling. And if you want to be a stepdaddy, that's cool. But to sit here and act like men are terrible because we don't want to be, it's just lying, girl. It ain't my fault. You ain't with your baby daddy? Get off the internet and go and find your baby father. You said this man provided for your mama, her kids, went to work, and then came home and did more cooking than her? That a sucker. And what I want to know is, if y'all can have a bad baby daddy but learn better and want better for your life going forward, how come we can't learn from the who was stepdaddies and wasting all their time and money and effort on somebody else's children? They all look back and say, don't do it, young blood, don't do it.
I'll never forget the time that I went on a date with this man, and on the date, like long story short, on the date it started raining. All right, we were supposed to go out to eat, and then we was going to give some work pants across the bay in Mobile. We was going across the bay, and it started raining. And when we got to the place, he was like, it's raining. Do you want me to park you at the door, or you know, how you want to do it. And I'm just like, no, you know, it's cool. Like, whatever. Y'all, why this man stopped at the gas station and got me an umbrella?
Yeah.
So we could walk in the store and I didn't have to get wet. And when I tell y'all I'd never talk to that man again, because personally, I just want to that's gonna make me run. That's gonna be like, ready, set, go, run. You know what I'm saying? Like, take off. Like, I don't know. If you stopping to go get an umbrella, it really icks me out. Like, why the would you go get me an umbrella?
And that right there is all you need to know about.
And you know, honestly and truly, it might seem insignificant, these questions that Brian is asking to these modern women, but it really lets you know, because once again, modern women are educated. Modern women are this, they're that, they're all of these things. You know, a man is a bum. He is unlearned. He's uneducated. We can run laps around him any day, every day, all day. But you don't know anything about history. You don't know anything about science. You don't know anything about math. You don't know anything about English. Nothing. No word building, no spelling bees, no social stuff, nothing. You don't know anything. All you know is about being a bum. You know about watching a lot of TV. Know about what's going on with the Real Housewives of whatever city they're in. The basketball wife. I don't know if they even have football wives. Maybe they have that. All those other shows, tennis wives or whatever you want to call it. You know what's going on with that. But then they want to sit up there and make it seem like they're better than men. I'm better than a man. A man would be so happy to have me. Based on what we're seeing right now, based on what we're listening to, no, he wouldn't. Because you don't even know what's going on in your own freaking country, man. Not a thing. Not one thing. They could, out of all those questions, didn't even get one answer right. One answer right. There's a whole freaking movie about Pearl Harbor and still can't get it right. I mean, man, what do you know? Stop talking.
I would never date a broke man.
There really are a lot of arrogant individuals out there that truly believe that a lot of people really care who they would date.
That is so pathetic as a man to be broke. That is your one job, to provide and protect.
Well, actually, that would be 2 jobs, but I digress.
And you're gonna let me pay for anything around you? No.
There are some really entitled women out there, and believe it or not, they're not necessarily talking about someone that they're in a relationship with.
I would not even be friends with a guy who makes me pay for sex.
Oh yeah, some women feel entitled to leech off of their male friends as well.
You're a man, bro, and you're gonna watch a girl buy a coffee in front of you? You don't have $7? Like, no.
Like, yes, he should. Because it's just my opinion, but unless, of course, a woman is married to a man, that man doesn't have any financial obligation to her whatsoever. And I really feel sorry for women who think like this, because they're the very same ones who wonder why they don't get more respect from men.
I asked a bunch of girls, when was the last time a man approached you at a bar and started talking to you? And I thought this was just a new thing, but they were all like, no, it hasn't happened in, I can't even tell you how long, like before COVID. And I thought that was a me experience. I was like, okay, maybe I give off like a standoffish vibe. I don't know. I don't think so. But no, they all agreed. They're like, I can't tell you the last time a man tried to talk to me at a bar. A man tried to offer to buy me a drink. Do men still do that? Men, can you weigh in? And I don't even need the drink, but like the last time, and I'll go up and talk to guys, but like, can someone explain?
Ladies keep asking this, but when are you going to realize that there are consequences to your words and actions? It's because men would rather keep to themselves than to be called a creep, or at the very least be publicly embarrassed, or at worst be accused of something. A lot of women do not realize that because of social media, a lot of young men believe that women despise them. Between the 4B movement, the it's all men until no men, and picking the bear over the man, because of this, most of them assume that women genuinely want nothing to do with them.
He has some benefits. Could you see yourself marrying a man that worked at Walmart? And we will start with Taliban.
No. And because I'm expensive. Like, I have, a certain lifestyle I want to live, and I feel like my man should be able to afford that. And if
No, you should be able to afford it. Drop a bomb. If you want to live a certain type of lifestyle, you need to be able to live that lifestyle. Now, that man that meets you, he should come and be able to match that or go above that. But if you're not living like that, you don't know about Birkin bag, and you don't know about Turks and Caicos, you need to relax. Go down respectfully, ma'am. Talking about you expensive. What you bought your expensive self?
Ladies, don't fall for that single BS when you're dealing with a man that's funding you. If he's paying your bills and pouring into your business, he's financially taking care of you in some type of way, like really stepping for you, you are his, okay? It doesn't matter if you're in a relationship with him or if you're not. He will test you. He will see if you're out here dealing with other men. And if you tell on yourself, you're going to ruin it for yourself. That's why he's not going to do what he used to do anymore. That's why when you need him to really come through for you, he doesn't come through for you because he feels like you entertaining these other jokers. So therefore, let me step back. It is the way it is, whether you're in a relationship or you're not. If that man is spending his money on you, doing things where he's financially taking care of you, you are his. You're not single, he's single, okay? Not you.
Y'all always doing that. Like, I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. Like, as a woman, see, look at your face, how it's all scrunched up. Like I'm about to say some dumb, right? That's exactly what we talking about. Y'all gotta stop saying that shit nutty.
Anytime a woman say, as a man, I already know she's gonna say some dumb, bro. I ain't never met a woman that said, as a man, and some smart shit came out, or some logic came out, or some make common sense. 99.9% of the time, if a woman say, as a man, you're gonna be followed up with some dumb being said. And then what make it worse, though, the girl would say that, and her friends gonna co-sign the dumb. Now it's just the dumb leaving the dumber. But then when you get with them one by one, like have a conversation one by one, they actually smart women. But collective, dumb as.
I'm literally running down the river. My phone's just going ding, ding, ding. I stopped to read the text messages. She said, hey. Then she sent, I found some goats on Facebook. And I replied with, absolutely not. She said, but they need a home. I said, we don't have a home for them. She said, why do you hate me? And I said, I don't hate you. We have nowhere to put a goat. Then she replied with, you're basically breaking up with me. And I replied with, that is not at all what I'm doing. We have nowhere for a goat to live. And then she said, I'll just go. This happens often.
There is nothing that I hate more than the man who have a strict program.
I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so. Your discretion is advised.
Cause what you mean you done with me because I had an attitude today and I'm too old and I should have communicated? And you for real?
Imagine holding your partner accountable for not communicating effectively, and this is their response. Now I'm on record saying that certain women nowadays just want a rat, a rich, attractive dummy, a man that doesn't know when to draw the line in the sand, a man that doesn't know when to stand up for himself, a man that doesn't even know when to say no. They just want him to do all the mask, pay bills, and shut the up. And every time I said that in one of my videos, I would have multiple women in the comments saying, no, that's not true. That ain't it. And given this is just one example, but if you look closely, that's exactly what they are asking for. They don't actually want a man. They just want an attractive dude boy with money that does what they say.
Oh no, Chats be caving and you don't give him no second chances for real? Leave the strict programs for us women. I can't stand no man that's straight. I need about 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 chances. Tops. Like, what you talking about? You done with me for real.
Word of advice, fellas, if you have to tell a woman 5, 6, 7, 8 times about the same thing, she don't respect you. Because a woman with true purpose, a woman with true discipline, a woman with a high level of respect for her man will never have to hear 6, 7, 8, 9 times about the same thing. And a large reason for that is because those people value the system that they have built together, let alone the boundaries that partners has set in the relationship. Not being able to set boundaries in your relationship, let alone have them respected by your partner, will never be any benefit to you. Because keep in mind, the thing that she did say was leave the strict programs to the women, which in turn says she plans on setting plenty of boundaries around you, but you cannot set any around her, and she will not respect it because she expects you to just put that to the side. I want you to just think to yourself for 1 second. Could you ever really trust someone that would never do what they're asking you to do? She's asking you to not have boundaries, but she expects you to respect her boundaries. Having boundaries is not only healthy in a relationship, it's also necessary. Being able to tell your partner no about something you are not completely down with is completely normal and healthy for a relationship. Don't allow them to make you feel like less of a man because you want to set boundaries. Strict programs are not unique to women, they are unique to people. You build your programs, you set the boundaries. If they can't respect it, you must move on. Whatever y'all do, please, if y'all run into a woman like this in the streets, don't pay her no mind, not even for recreational use. But I know a lot of y'all ain't gonna listen to what I just said because I am just a normal guy. Y'all keep it changing.
There's this one famous little TikTok thing where this woman is asking a young man to give up his seat, and he looks at her and he goes, "Are you pregnant or disabled?" "No." "Then stand." This is what you wanted 5 years ago. Men would have been flooding that screen going, "You're a douche, dude. Get up and give your seat to a lady." Now it's like, I guess this is what you wanted.
Chivalry is.
No, okay, this is important. It's not that chivalry's. Men have simply said the women who do not want chivalry will not be afforded any chivalry, because it is the only way that those women will realize, oh crap, we really liked chivalry. Because sometimes people don't correct until they realize that what they thought they wanted is not what they actually wanted.
No, not really, because I'm gonna say this, and it takes growth and maturity, because young-minded me would have been like, you supposed to crash out over me, Yeah. right? No, but grown woman me, who has goals and aspirations and things to lose and just not there anymore, you feel me? I'm like, he's right. So when I reposted it, I said, I don't see anything wrong with what he said. When I say I realized what my following was full of as well.
Yeah.
Because when they came down on them comments, girl, ain't no man about to talk to me like that. I said, he didn't say nothing wrong. What was so disrespectful? He think he running her.
But that's why they're single, and that's why they won't have a man.
You know, this is, you know, it's really par. It's par for the course. You can expect this from modern women. Oh, a man that runs a strict program, I hate that type of man. Yeah, we know. You hate discipline. Oh, I need about 10, 11, 12. Yep. Need about 10, 11, 12 chances. And that's bare minimum. That's the floor. I'm planning on getting on your nerves. I'm planning on messing up. Because I'm just a girl. That's what women do. I'm just a baby, as they said. There's this one woman that talked about, oh man, I love being with a masculine man because I can be a boss babe. And then I can be just a baby. I can go in there and do a beast workout, kickboxing workout. And then I get out of the gym and I'm hungry and he gives me some money to go get something to eat because I'm just a babe. Shut up. Shut up. Turn this off. Delete this. It's not cute. And this is the type of women that you get. This is the type of women that men have to pick from. Losers.
So you said you work at Sephora and you can give me a discount.
Yeah.
Which Sephora?
Like I said, I'm a district manager in all over Sephora.
And how many years have you been doing that?
Can I borrow this real quick?
No, can I borrow this? No, after I'm done. After I'm done. Because I heard them giggling saying that this is going to work.
Perfect.
So I want to know if he really works at Sephora. Why your little friends over there said I knew that was going to work.
Aren't you in a political run? Why are you here?
Because I can be. In fact, when I become mayor, I know exactly I'm getting out of the city first.
You asked because he's in that paper. That's crazy.
What?
That's crazy.
He deadass just called me a terrorist.
Who else? What? Me?
I just heard
This escalated real quick.
He
wants to get me out of the country.
I mean, you are the bomb.com, but we're not speaking about terrorism.
The reason that he put black in mine is because it's the same color as a bomb and he sees me as a threat.
I used to be. A lot of people don't know that. I was in a marriage with a woman for 11 years. I was the man. So when it comes down to it, no, I did not get appreciated. I barely got loved. It was horrible. So that is why some men come out here and be just doing their own thing, don't even care, because, bruh, the experience was no woman is just out here trying to help her man. She expects her man to just do for her. And it dawned on me, like, when women were growing up, I don't know one woman that was raised to know how to treat a man. I don't. I know that when I was being raised up, and the people around me that was being raised up, our mamas taught us to pay attention what to look for in a man. Pay attention to how or what he has, 6 figures, a car, a house. Nobody taught us how to love him. Nobody taught us how to take care of him when he's down. Nobody taught a woman how to nurture their man the correct way. We were just taught to look. We were just nurturers by nature. Nobody was taught how to nurture no man.
I want to make this very clear. If you're a married man and you have a wife, if she says no, the answer is no. Because you're married to her or you guys have been in a long-term relationship, that does not give you the right to her body at any point in time of which you need satisfaction. If she says no, it's no. And I think a lot of people don't know or aren't aware of the fact that if you're married to a woman, you can still SA her.
And let me make this perfectly clear. If you're a married man and your wife tells you no, go have sex with another woman. Because the same way you don't have a right to her body at any given time of which you want to satisfy yourself, she doesn't have a right at any given time to tell you what to do with your Johnson. Let's see how they like them apples.
This one is for you ladies. And I say this with respect. But some of y'all need a reality check. Women love to claim they're emotionally mature, but when it comes to actually embodying emotional maturity, silence. Yes, emotional immaturity exists in men too, but the reason this is directed to you is because women are the ones constantly bragging about being emotionally mature. Men are not out here flexing emotional intelligence or posting about how healed they are. But some of y'all, if you're really going to claim emotional maturity, the bare minimum is to actually embody it. And let me say this very clearly. If your immediate reaction to any video that isn't bashing men, or even simply acknowledging that good men exist, is to get defensive, bitter, or start hating on men, that's not emotional maturity. That's your trauma talking. It's not a flex to hate men. It doesn't make you empowered. It makes you reactive. Tell me, how's this emotional maturity? If you're out here bashing an entire gender, saying men are trash, but simultaneously demanding a healed, emotionally present partner, that's emotional projection. And listen, I'm not invalidating what you went through. Maybe you were hurt. Maybe you were betrayed. Your pain is real. But carrying bitterness and dumping it on every man you meet, that's your baggage to unpack. You don't get to preach emotional maturity and carry resentment in the same breath. You don't get to call bitterness high standards. That's double standards. And maybe, just maybe, you don't truly understand what emotional maturity looks like. Emotional maturity is knowing how your words and actions impact others. It's responding, not reacting. It's not operating from ego, trauma, or fear. And some of you think reading 5 self-help books, saving TikToks means you've done the work. No. It doesn't work like that. You want healthy relationship? Then work on the parts of you that sabotage connection. Stop demanding what you refuse to become. If you truly want an emotionally healthy partner, fix in yourself what you keep complaining about in others.
I found a leaf.
It's beautiful, just like you. Oh, was that? Alright, sorry.
What did he do wrong? The bird test, the leaf test, the olive theory, this theory, that theory. Social media has fried our brains. Social media has convinced young people that if their partner doesn't give an arbitrarily determined, hyper-specific answer to a random test that they saw on social media, that they're not compatible. And the comments are killing me. Oh my God, what did the guy do wrong? What did he do wrong? Now, I don't want to generalize their whole relationship based on one clip. I hope they're happy, and I'll assume they are. But if I was that young man, I would not be happy in that moment. What did he possibly say that warranted such a sigh?
You know what I do after breakups? I always send him a text like 3 months after the breakup and say, hey, I've been thinking and you were right about everything. Why is that bad? That's the point. Don't break my heart and I won't poison your next relationship. That's not... Did you just get out of something rough?
No, I'm happily married.
Oh, well then f*** you. I don't need your judgment when I'm still healing.
How does that work with you and your wife? Like, is she more like laid back?
My wife is she's everything that a woman's supposed to be. Soft-spoken, elegant, extremely laid back, extremely...
When y'all get in an argument, what does she do?
We don't do arguments.
Okay.
We don't argue.
If you guys get in a disagreement, what does she do?
She does what grown women do. She lets me be right until I realize I'm wrong.
Damn.
That's how grown women navigate. Yeah, I
She
deal with
lets-
feminine
wait,
women.
say it again.
That was hard. Say it again.
She allows me to be right until I come back and realize I'm wrong. That's what smart women
So when
do.
do you come
Ladies,
back
that's
and
a new
realize you're
standard.
wrong?
It could be when I leave. I could go get in my car. It could be a day. It could be
What if
2
you
days.
never realize it?
She knows what kind of man she got. I'm gonna realize it.
Man, this is the Nothing But the Truth live podcast.
Have you ever flashed a stranger just for laughs?
I'm going to have to say yes, I have.
That answer is true.
Since you've been married, have you ever pretended to be asleep in order to avoid having sex with your husband, Frank? What do you think the answer is?
Better answer. We'll see.
So, all right.
Pretended to be asleep, pretended to have a headache, so yes.
True.
Do you know things about your father that you keep secret from your mother?
Yes, I do.
True.
Yeah. Well, I get the feeling that this is something you guys are going to discuss without us.
I think she wants to know.
Anything you want to say, Mom?
We'll talk later.
Have you ever taken off your wedding ring to appear as if you were single? I tried to warn you.
No, it's okay. Yes, I have.
True.
Do you believe you might have been in love with a former boyfriend on your wedding day?
Oh, man.
Yes, I believe I was.
True.
This is your $100,000 moment of truth. And this question will not be asked by me. It's by a surprise guest.
Oh my.
This is your ex-boyfriend, Frank.
If I wanted to get back together with you, would you leave your husband?
Monica, why did you hit the button?
I don't want to hear that answer. I don't think anyone will want to hear that answer.
Do you believe I'm the man you should be married to?
I want to be honest and say yes.
Since you've been married, have you ever had relations with someone other than your husband?
I'm going to have to say yes.
Be careful. One mistake, you lose it all. Or are you feeling like you should go for it now?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think you're a good person?
Honestly, I think I am a good person.
So your answer is?
Yes.
It's true. It's true.
False.
You know, the clip about a woman essentially destroying her entire family on a game show, talking about getting hit with instant karma. Listen, as long as that woman gets a check, she'll think she won. She'll be just fine. Modern women, they'll in some way, form, or fashion figure out how to make it the problem of the man. In some form or fashion, they'll figure out how to say, well, you know, he was abusive, or, you know, he mistreated me and he did all of these things. And they'll know they're lying. They'll know they're not telling the truth. And so in order to get around that, what they'll do is they'll get around their friends and they'll cry and they'll boo-hoo. Richie left me and he left me here and I don't know what I did. And one of the girls is kind of hanging back and, you know, because these women, they always know, you know, yeah. And they'll blurt it out. Yeah, you know, that game show, you know, it was just a game show. It was all in fun. So yeah, it was all in fun. I don't know why he took it so seriously. Nobody mentioned anything about that, but everybody knew. Oh, Richie left me. How could he do this? Nobody asked, why did he leave you? Nobody asked, what did you do? What did he do? Because everybody already knew. You went on that game show, or you went out to the club, or you told a joke that you weren't supposed to tell. You called a number, you reconnected with somebody that you weren't supposed to reconnect with, and he left you. Oh, you know that it was just one phone call. I didn't mean to. He should have never done that because I wish men were so, he should have been more secure in himself. Y'all were just friends. There wasn't anything that even happened. They know. They know.
How much money should a man have before he gets into a relationship?
At minimum, a man should have $300,000 US.
So glad I found my wife before the advent of social media, because this would just be so disheartening. Because how many people in America, period, have $300,000? Men or women? How many people have that much money liquid? Now, you want to know what he thinks you need to do with that $300,000? Listen.
50,000 of that goes to your new bride. Before y'all get married here, I love you, hits 50,000.
Giving her $50K straight up, boy, that is love. If it isn't love, why does it hurt this bad? What else I got to do with the 3 horn?
The other 50,000 go on a deposit of your new family house.
Where I live in California, $50,000 will not get you anywhere near a deposit on a family home. You can put that $50,000 back in the account, and you're going to need a couple more 50s of thousands of dollars to buy a personal home. But here, listen to what he really thinks. If you really want to step your game up, how much you need before you even entertain a woman.
Really want to step into the real leagues when men are handling their business. You should have at least $1 million to $3 million in your savings account before you even entertain a woman.
$1 million to $3 million cash. You know what, man? You should also be able to fly and harness the power of the great horn moon and swim faster than a fish. Might as well, since we're just making up stuff. I don't even know if it's wise to put $3 million in the savings account. Like, at that point, that's probably not the best place for it financially. It's got to be a really high interest yielding savings account. But let's just make up numbers, because this is just not realistic. And I know it might sound good, like, yeah, that's what I deserve. Well, I deserve a full hairline. That's what I deserve. What do I got, though? I deserve abs. What do I got, though? Huh? I've been eating healthy for 6 days. I ain't got no abs.
Watch this lady.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for it.
So if you guys don't know the context in the video, that man is married, and she's the office, probably, because why else would you go up to a man who's married and decide to feed him a pineapple? Now, it wouldn't bother me if a woman decided to give him a plate of food or give him something, because again, there's nothing wrong with offering people food when you're a nice person. There's women who are very nurturing and love to make sure that everybody else around them eats, especially, Hispanic women, a culture thing. I don't know what culture feeds other people's men, but don't get your jaw rearranged thinking you're cute, because stuff like that is dumb as fuck. And I find it so funny that when he flung out the pineapple, the woman acts shocked and she's laughing. You knew what you were doing, 1, because you guys still posted this, and then 2, you're feeding a married man, and then people in the comments are saying, this is how most men should be. This is the reason why I don't believe all men cheat. I see so many videos of men doing stuff like this, and kudos to y'all. I wouldn't cheat with somebody who's doing stuff like this. I wouldn't cheat at all, but if you're so easily tempted by a girl who probably does that to every single guy she comes across, man, you gotta get locked down. Seriously, you gotta lock it up. Me personally, though, this shit's disgusting. I would never want to do this with a married dude. I don't know what girls get out of doing stuff like this. There are so many single men, like more single men than there ever was in this world. I'll never understand wanting somebody else's man, especially because, like I said, I always say this, you guys, you never know how the wife is. You never know how the partner is. She could be triple crazy. She could come to your job and pop off. I know for a fact, if my husband didn't tell me this and I seen a viral video of this, I would wait for you to come outside of the job. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't like when people what's mine. I feel like it's off limits, but you will meet your maker with somebody like me. Leave me the alone. Leave mines the alone. I'm glad he actually didn't intervene with a woman like that, because it's disgusting.
You know why I don't engage in that 50-50 conversation that y'all love to have on here? Because I have seen way too many of my clients make 50-50 work. Matter of fact, I've seen way too many of my clients get the mindset of 50-50 and become happier in their relationship. And for those of you who are new here, I'm a certified life coach, been practicing for close to a decade. I specialize in love and relationships, self-development, and finances. I have worked with dozens of couples in my career. And something I can tell you is people have to do what works for them. Because I've also seen the flip end where the man is a provider and that works for them. That's the way that both parties are the happiest. Now, the reality is that most households actually are 50-50 in the United States. You can look it up. I'm not pulling this out my ass. Because the reality also is that one person's income cannot typically take care of an entire household. Not today. Not with inflation. Not with the economy where it is. Especially if you have a black household, because we know that we make incrementally less on average. A lot of y'all have let social media and society determine what is going to work for you. You as a woman make $30,000 a year. What makes you think that you are going to find a man that makes $100,000? And not to say that men care about income, because I honestly don't think men really care about how much money a woman makes. Like, that's not the facet they're looking for when they're looking for a partner. However, a $30,000 income is likely not going to be in the same room as a $200,000 income. Unless you want some pretty woman type stuff, right? Because it can happen, but it's unlikely. So y'all don't live in reality. Okay? If you make $30,000, $40,000 a year, you likely are going to track a $30,000, $40,000 man. And on the flip end, fellas, for those of you who think a man is not out there providing or can't afford to provide, there are plenty of men out there who are definitely taking care of the entire household. And I'm not just talking about paying the bills in the house. I'm talking about he's paying for the vacations. I'm talking about he's paying for hair and nails. I'm talking about he's paying for clothes and other expenses. And he's doing so happily because he's seen a smile on his wife's face, and he goes to work and he makes sure he does those things so he can have that. The keys to a happy and successful relationship falls into a variety of ranges, right? But the two things I can say for sure you have to focus on is living in reality when choosing a partner, as well as finding someone who wants the same things as you. I promise you that you could work the rest out. Stay safe.
They asked me out, I said no, and then you moved on to my friend. Does that make sense? It makes the most sense. What are we talking about? Yes. You mean, if I go to a burger spot, they're not serving me. I'm going to go to another burger spot. Huh? I can't get with him, but I can go to Keisha's house. So your friend liked me first, too. That's the thing. I should have tried her first, man. Like, what are we talking about? You can't reject me and then reject all my other shots, huh? Shoot or shoot. If you block me over here, I'm going to find another place to shoot. This just makes the most sense. I'm not going to hold you. How you just going to stop all my motion? I mean, like, yes, this makes sense. And your friends be going. Sometimes I don't know that, but your friends be going.
To the untrained eye, that may come off as some innocent joke, but we all know every joke contains some truth. I think it's time for us to look more closely into who we decided to marry. Because our initial impact, I was like, I don't really like this joke, but whatever. And then I go into the comment section. This is where things get interesting. Rose says, when my dad retired, my mom cried for a week. You gotta be kidding me, with 26.1 thousand likes. You know how much someone gotta hate you for them to cry for a whole week just because you retired? Mind you, retiring is a good thing. Well, that's wild. But anyways, Mama Lynn says, nothing's going to be clean no matter how much you clean it for that entire week. Okay, so what? And if it's really that big of a deal, you sit down with your husband, you have a conversation. Hey, when I'm cleaning something, I don't need y'all to come and dirty it. And if y'all do dirty it, clean it up yourself. Jasmine90 says, so we all don't like our husbands to be at home. Yeah, of course y'all don't. Y'all just want workhorses. Y'all want men that go to work nonstop, pay all the bills. They never get to actually enjoy none of the money that they've made at said job. Like, how horrible of an individual you gotta be to marry someone and not want to be around them in any way, shape, or form, especially for an extended period of time. And that comment got 9,000 plus likes. This is insane. Viola T says, mine recently retired and I am 15.9 thousand likes. Viola, why would you marry a man just to feel like you weren't with him? The decisions y'all make. Y'all marry people y'all don't like. Y'all just marry men that are going to pay your bills and take care of you. It's not because you actually want to be with this person. You deserve to be in for that. Cody says, my husband works from home now, going on 4 years of it. Send help. 2,000 plus likes. After a while, it comes to a point where these things are not even jokes anymore. Too many women are saying the same thing. Like, there's no way. That God says, may this love never find me. And the creator that created the original video sent him this response with the stale face. Yeah, may that love never find me as well. Because what the why wouldn't you want to be around your partners, let alone someone you married? Kat says, no, because why would they do that? Because they got vacation or they want to be at home, they want to enjoy the money that they've made at this job. They've been working nonstop probably. That's why they would do that, cat. Blue Lansonberry says, what is it like to be married to someone you don't like? ? The creator of the original video says, I don't know, Blue Lansonberry. My husband is a happy camper. Don't you worry, buddy. Yeah, their husbands are always happy campers when they doing some online. I'll be damned. I'm working my off, breaking my back, and my wife is at home, taken care of. And instead of reciprocating, she's online making videos about hating the fact that I'm going to be home for a week. Get the out of here, man. Kale says, OMG, I found my people. You know, this is all fun and games until one of their husbands sees this post, see them in the comments on this post, and decide to, you know, go his separate way. And then all of a sudden, men ain't shit. But you know what? I know they ain't gonna listen to what I'm saying, because I'm just a normal guy. Y'all keep the change.
In self-checkout, he really hit the nail on the head. These modern women don't want husbands. They don't want a companion. They want workhorses. Oh, my mom cried for a week. It's because your mom's an idiot. Oh, you know, that means that none of our houses are going to be clean. Yeah, you can have a conversation about that. That's great. But recognize that you've been sitting around the house for all these years doing nothing. So now it's your time to work, because you haven't been doing anything, as most modern women don't. Y'all been sitting around the house, sipping tea, watching shows all day long, don't have dinner ready half the time, don't even walk the dog, don't even feed the dog, can't halfway go out and get groceries even though you can get it online, don't do nothing around the house. He got to pick up stuff. He got to pick up something to eat on the way home. And now when he retire, all of a sudden, and you've been slacking off for 15, 20 years, and now all of a sudden, for the next 10, 15 years, I actually got to do some work. I actually got to clean up. I actually got to cook. I actually got to tend to my man, the stuff that I should have been doing all these years. How horrible.